Welcome back, everyone. You've been listening to All About Healing, and it's time for Emily's Energy Corner. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I am grateful that you have made time to listen to us. Today's guest was Darren Cockburn, and he wrote a book called Living a Life of Harmony, 7 Guidelines for Cultivating Peace and Kindness. And it's a wonderful book. It's really a nice book. It's got a lot of information in there. And one of the things that I really like about him is that he teaches mindfulness training. So you can go to his website at mindfulness online training, I believe, but I'm going to look it up to make sure. mindfulnessonlinetraining.org. So mindfulnessonlinetraining.org. And if you go there, there's a little on the front page, there's a nomination for an award for the Kindred Spirit Award. So if you get a chance, please do vote for him. It's Darren Cockburn, but it's spelled Cockburn. So make sure that you don't lose him. All right, so talking about mindfulness, we got into a conversation today that makes me realize that there is a subject that I haven't brought up on the Energy Corner, and that is karma. And I actually really enjoy talking about karma because it is not, people all the time, they say karma's a bitch, what comes around goes around, and that's the way they describe it. It's like what you reap, you sow. And that's all true, but there's so much more to karma than that. In fact, on a spiritual level, there are 3 types of karma. One is called sanchita, and that is your past actions. So the things that you've done either in a past life or a younger version of yourself, maybe you have cleaned up your act and you're not the person that you used to be, but there's still that karma that's residual that you created by your behaviors in your life. So that's sanchita karma. And then prarabdha karma and agami karma. So one is for the past, one is for the present that's happening now. So we just talked about sanchita, and that's the past actions. Prarabdha karma is the present action. It's what you are doing now, and it's going to result in something because of your actions now. And then agami, A-G-A-M-I, agami is your future actions that result from your present actions. So the immediate behaviors that getting it quickly, that's prarabdha karma. And then the agami karma is everything that you're doing and how it's going to pan out later for you in your life. You know, everything, I think sometimes we hold ourselves accountable and other times we don't. And I'm noticing this as a country that too many times when our person that we believe in or our political candidate is the person we want, we turn our heads to things that we don't agree with because we want that person or because we believe in this thing. It doesn't have to be politics. But I feel like more so than ever, we find ourselves making excuses when it fits, when it's convenient. So having a spiritual practice in your life and subscribing to the laws of karma doesn't really offer an opportunity for you to put it on the shelf and decide when and when it does not work for you, or when it's something of importance in your life and when it isn't. It either is something that you are mindful and available to this process all the time, or you're kind of dancing on it, and it can be dangerous. You're kind of playing a dirty game there, where you decide when it applies and when it doesn't, because on the spirit realm, that's not the case. It always applies. So everything that you do, every action that you take, the way that you treat yourself and the world around you at all times, it matters. And, you know, but that's where the guilt thing comes in, and we don't need to guilt. This is not a guilt thing. This is it is a lot of what Darren talked about. It's an awareness thing. It's engaging in your life and being present to everything that you are, everything that you want to be. You know, and I was talking about this, that a lot of people, and myself included, I still have cycles of, gosh, I could do this so much better if I would release myself from this attachment or this behavior. And, you know, I don't know how many people have released themselves from so many behaviors that they're just purified all the way through and through, but it happens. It happens fairly often. But it's just the way that you approach your life and how committed you are to the outcome of each thing that you put out there. So I want you to think about your karma, your actions, your behaviors, and what they mean. You know, it's really been interesting. This show has been such a fascinating, wonderful block of learning for me in the past year, having so many amazing guests on the show that talk about the interconnectedness of the world, especially people that have had near-death experiences. Every single person that ever had a near-death experience always talks about the connection that they now feel between themselves and everything in the world around them, whereas they never necessarily felt that before. That everything that you do really does matter. You know, it is that old analogy where you throw a little pebble in the pond, but the ripple effect keeps going. It's all, you have a place in this world. You have a very specific place in this world. You have a very important place in this world, and you matter. And you matter very much to the people that are around you and that love you. And how do you reciprocate that love, that attention, that information, that purpose that you have? Are you running from your purpose, or are you embracing your purpose? Have you sat with yourself long enough to discover what that is? Does your soul have a calling? Are you passionate about something, anything in your life? And if you are passionate about that something or anything, are you doing something that involves that passion so that it plays a daily part of your life? It doesn't have to be your job, but do you give it love and nourishment and attention? Because if you do have a certain calling and you keep ignoring it because you keep doing what you're supposed to do, or keep following the I don't know, that boring thing of this is what I am, this is what I've created, there's no going back, there's no shifting or changing because I'm too old or I'm too this, whatever it is. That is such BS. It's such BS. It's never too late. And I do think that it's really important for all of us to take a step back all the time, not just today, every day. Take a step back, look at your life. How do you fit into it? Is it the life that you want to be in? Are you actively participating in creating the life that you love, that you want to be in? And are you grateful for the things that are around you? And this is part of being mindful. It's part of being aware. It's part of being an active participant in your life. And that's the really important thing, especially when it comes to the rules and laws of karma. Now, one of the things that Darren and I discussed was karma yoga, which is a selfless practice of self-love and also love to the others. My karma yoga, when I was doing the yoga teacher training, was to clean the bathrooms. I've never enjoyed cleaning bathrooms more. It felt, I don't know, it felt wonderful to know that the bathrooms were going to stay clean because I was going to do the very best job I could. And the cool thing about karma yoga is that you don't criticize or compliment anybody else's work because it's all about them. It's burning karma, and you're doing this as a selfless service. So maybe today, tomorrow, do something selfless and see how it feels. You guys have been listening to All About Healing. We'll see you back here next Wednesday. Have a great week, everybody.